Hi everyone! Welcome back to C1 Novel and Vocab Week 13! Oh! Did everybody do the secret mission from last week's video? If you didn't, maybe you should go back, or don't worry, there will be another secret mission this week also. So make sure that you're paying close attention and focusing really hard. So let's get started. If you've already seen the introduction, you know the drill. Go ahead and skip to vocabulary word number 1. If this is your first time watching our video, welcome, and please continue to listen. So you may be saying, who is that woman on the YouTube video? Hi, my name is Miss Kimberly, and the goal of our session is to have students understand each word in our vocabulary workbook, and to be cognizant and know some of the phrases from our novel that may be a bit difficult for us to understand. So I'll be here to help you, and that was me when I was in 3rd grade. Today's agenda. First, we'll go over week 13 vocabulary in this video, and we'll be going over the example sentences. In our next video, you'll be going over difficult phrases from our novel, and you will have to review and self-study for both videos. So why are we doing this? 1, we're going over week 13 vocabulary for vocabulary acquisition. By learning the definition, synonym, antonym, and part of speech of a word, this can significantly and greatly improve your reading comprehension and enhance your contextual usage. Next, we'll be going over some extra example sentences, and this is to help with your writing variation. By looking at a variety of example sentences with one specific vocabulary word, students can learn how to use the word in different sentence structures. So let's get started. Please, if you don't already, go ahead and go get your vocabulary workbook and turn to week 13 with me. So let's go to week 13. Page 108. Okay, page 108, everyone. Are you ready? The first word is transport. I want to say transport. And the synonym is to move, and the part of speech is a verb. It means to provide strong feelings. Beautiful music transports some people. It can inspire their emotions. So they're saying that this beautiful music can make us move and take us to different places in our emotions and in our imagination. Okay? To provide strong feelings for us. An example, let's read the second one together. Are you ready? Everyone, if you're new, you must repeat. Even if you've been watching, I hope you're reading it with me out loud. Ready? The old pictures transport my grandmother back to her childhood. So, this old grandma is looking through pictures from long, long time ago, and it's transporting her back to her childhood. It's making her have strong feelings of nostalgia, of the wanting to go to the past, and thinking of emotions that she's experienced during that time. Okay? Transport. Let's look at the examples here. It says, the thrilling adventure story transported me to a magical world of dragons and castles. So I'm reading a fictional story about dragons and castles, and in this story, it has so many different types of cool, different types of literature. So we're just like, oh, wow, all these dinosaurs, and it's transporting us, making us feel all of these strong emotions from back in the prehistoric ages. Okay. Next one, it says, watching the fireworks display transported us to a place of pure happiness. So I don't know about you, and if you've seen the fireworks at Busan, they are beautiful. And so watching these fireworks, it made us feel super happy and super elated. So it's giving us some strong feelings and emotions here. Very good. Transport. Next word. Number 2 is entertaining. Everyone say entertaining. The synonym is enjoyable, and the antonym is boring. is an adjective and it means providing amusement. So providing some fun, providing some feelings of happiness and excitement. In our TED Talks, it says, some people think live music is more entertaining than recorded music. So live music, when we go and see people actually playing the instruments, people think that's more entertaining and more fun than just listening to a song on YouTube. Great. Let's look at the example. Let's read together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Although watching television is entertaining, you can waste a lot of time. Yes. Except for this video, where this is not for entertainment. This is for learning and entertainment. So, even though we can watch a lot of TV and we're watching, I don't know what elementary school students watch in Korea. Pororo? Is that too young? You can watch Pororo still. Say that we're watching Pororo, but it's a bit just for entertaining, just for fun. So you end up wasting a lot of time on it. Let's look down here. The entertaining magic show at the carnival left us amazed and wanting more. So we saw this magic show, we're like, oh, wow, it's so cool, it's so much fun. Entertaining. Next one. It says, she didn't think my job was very entertaining. So she just yawned and looked away. So say that we're talking about my job. Like, oh, I'm a teacher and I do this and that. But the person who's listening goes, oh, so boring. Not very nice to do. To yawn and look away when someone's talking. Next one. Everyone say category. Everyone say category. The synonym is classification, and it is a noun, and it means a group of things that share something in common. So a category of different types of things. Maybe this over here, this category of clothes is just t-shirts. Over here is just pants. Over here is just socks. Different categories. In the TED Talks, it said, pop music is a big category. It includes rock, new wave, and smooth jazz. So within this big category of pop music, there are also different types of little categories within it. The example, read with me. 1, 2, 3. The cat won the softest paws category at the cat show. I didn't know that there was even such a thing that cats could win. So in that category, soft paws, that cat won. Maybe there's another category for like beautiful fur, or there's another category for the fastest cats. Let's look down here. It says, in the library, books are divided into different categories, like adventure, mystery, and fantasy. We all know that those are different types of categories, different types of books, right? The next one, my mom set all the desserts on the table in different categories so that the guests had an easier time choosing. So what can we imagine when we hear this sentence? Maybe the mom put a category of fruits in one side, of vegetables in the middle, and then some meats on the next side, and then some vegetables. Did I say vegetables already? Different types of desserts at the end. So she had different categories of where the food was. Perfect. Number 4, everyone say emotion. Emotion. And the synonym is a feeling that you have. And this is a noun. And the definition says a natural state of mind coming from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. So it's just how you feel whenever something happens. In the TED Talks, it says music and movies can express many different emotions. What are some emotions that we have? Sadness, happiness, anger, confusion, love. Next one, read with me. Some people say that love is the strongest emotion people have. Yes, when we imagine you like loving your parents and your brothers and sisters, you just love them. It's a strong emotion because it can bring you happiness. Let's look down here. It says, I couldn't control my emotions after watching the sad movie. So after you watch the sad movie, if you couldn't control your emotions, maybe you're still crying or you're still sad after watching it. The next one. The students had mixed emotions when school was canceled. So maybe some people were like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that school's canceled. I can't wait to play. But then they have a mixed emotions. They're like, wait, if I stay home, I may have to do more academy homework and I have to read and I don't want to do that. I just want to go to school. Or maybe I don't want to go to school. So it's a mix of emotions. Happiness and sadness. Number 5. We are now in our novel words. Number 5, the word is dignified. Everyone say dignified. Dignified. The synonym is formal, and the part of speech is an adjective, and it means serious and calm, and therefore deserving respect. In our book, it was just a very short sentence. It just said dignified. So when we think about someone dignified, we think about someone who's like very calm, who has a lot of authority and power and rule, and they exude that they need to have respect. Let's read the next one together. It says, the young queen looked dignified, sitting on her golden throne. So just as I was saying, someone who's dignified. Show me your dignified pose. You would just be serious and calm, but also you're getting respect from other people. Let's look here. It says, the teacher spoke in a dignified manner, getting all of the students' attention. So if I say, okay, everyone, all eyes on me. It's in a very serious and calm manner, so people are respected and all of the students are looking at me. Next one, it says, Grandma remained dignified, sipping her tea with elegance. So she just continued drinking her tea, and very nicely. Dignified. Number 6, the word is sophisticated. Everyone say sophisticated. The synonym is cultured, and the antonym is unrefined. The part of speech is an adjective, and the definition says clever and complicated in the way that it works or is presented. In our book, it says, a piano is glamorous, sophisticated, worldly. It's just saying how much the character loves the piano. It's so clever and complicated, so it's so wonderful. Next example, read with me. My parents host sophisticated parties with nice wine and cheese. So these parties are very cultured and very high class. Look down here. It says, she looked very sophisticated, wearing a suit and glasses. So she looks very smart, but also very cultured and very dignified also. Secret mission time. Secret mission time. As you can see, the bottom, there's a missing sentence. This is for you. After watching this video, and when you go back to M.I the next day, I would like you to write a sentence on a sheet of paper for sophisticated. Write a sentence for sophisticated and give it to the front desk and say, this is for Miss Kimberly. And then once I see it and I see that you've written your sentence nicely, I will then give you an M.I dollar. Okay? So everyone, secret mission. Write down a sentence with the word sophisticated and give it to the front desk. Very good. Let's skip. Number 7, everyone say prodigy. Prodigy. The synonym is a genius. It is a noun and it means a highly talented child or youth. So it is saying just a very, very, very smart person. In the book it says he was a prodigy, which means that even when he was a little kid, he could play like a grown-up. It kind of tells you the definition right there in the sentence, right? Even though he was young, he could play like a grown-up, meaning he's very, very, very good. Example, let's read together. It said, he was considered a prodigy because he could understand difficult math. So say that the child is 4 years old, but they're doing algebra, something that you learn in middle school. And that student is a prodigy, is super talented and very smart. Here at the bottom, it says, Mozart was a musical prodigy and composed songs at the age of 5. So Mozart, you guys know Mozart, there are many different songs. If you were here for 2nd grade, you may have read A Mouse Called a Wolf. But a musical prodigy means very, very, very talented. Next, the chess prodigy defeated opponents twice his age. So this student who's really, really good at chess could also beat people who he played against who were doubled his age. Wow. I don't even know how to play chess. Number 8, the word is fiscal. Fiscal. It is an adjective and it means connected with money or connected with public money. In the book, it says, Mom started talking about being a controller and fiscal responsibility and keeping your ducks in a row. Here, we're just talking about how the main character's mom has a job that's related with money and she has to be very meticulous and careful with the money. Okay? Next, example, let's read together. The mayor was in trouble for keeping all of the fiscal budget for himself. That means this mayor took all the money. That's not a good thing. So, knowing that fiscal means connected with money, it means that we're able to then understand the rest of the sentence. The mayor was in trouble for keeping all the money for himself. Not good. Let's look over here. The fiscal year ended with a surplus, allowing the government to invest in new educational projects. Meaning, the year that's related to money ended with a surplus, meaning extra money. So the government decided to maybe make more schools or give the school new desks and chairs, or maybe have more money for field trips for students. Who knows? Next line. It says, everyone who worked in the finance department met together to review the company's fiscal report. This word is a very difficult word, fiscal, but all you have to remember means money. So in this sentence, it means everyone who worked in the money department worked together to talk about the money that they had. Very good. Next one, number 9. I would like to go back to how we remember to look up vocabulary words on the internet, okay? So say that you're reading the book and you come up with a word that you don't understand again or don't know how to pronounce. Remember, all you have to do is go into Google, type in the word and meaning, and then there's this button here. It looks like this. You press it.
Harumph.
And it will tell you the definition or the pronunciation.
Harumph.
Harumph. Harumph. It means to huff. It is a verb and it means to say something in a disapproving or complaining way. So when you huff and puff, remember the story where the wolf was going to huff and puff and blow the pigs' houses down? Harumph means to huff and to just, I don't like it, and disapproving. In the book it says, the first time I told my dad that I was supposed to play the piano, he harumphed. He's like, I don't think so. Next example, let's read together. Ready? My teacher harumphed when I suggested we have a party instead of class. So say that's just a random class day and you're like, Miss Kimberly, can we have a party instead of class? And then I'll be like, no way, we gotta learn today. Let's look over here. The librarian harumphed when she saw the torn pages in the borrowed book. So when I see the book, you're like, why are these pages ripped? Harumphed. The next sentence, it says the angry customer harumphed and stormed out of the store, unhappy with the service. This customer was very angry with the store, so she harumphed and left. Number 10, our word is revolutionary. Everyone say revolutionary. The synonym is progressive, and the antonym means old-fashioned. It is an adjective, and it means causing a complete or dramatic change. I said, my method, revolutionary, said Lester Rennett. This is when they're talking about the paper piano. Revolutionary, meaning that the idea or the method is just so great. It's the newest thing ever. Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. 3D printers are revolutionary because they use less energy to produce things. So also because the idea of making something 3D with just a printer is kind of really cool, right? It's revolutionary. No one's thought of it until now. Let's look here. It says the introduction of electric cars marked a revolutionary shift towards sustainable transportation. There's a lot of big words here, but it's just saying the beginning of electric cars made a big change for sustainable transportation, meaning how we get around. So we don't have to use so much carbon emissions and have a lot of air pollution from our cars. Next, it says, telephones were revolutionary and transformed how people communicated. So before big cell phones and before big actual phones, how did people communicate before? Mail. Snail mail, meaning through the mailbox type of mail. But now telephones, the invention of telephones, we could just dial a number and call someone. It was so revolutionary. It made a big dramatic change. Very good. Next. 11, everyone say behemoth. Behemoth. It means a giant. It is a noun and it means a huge or monstrous creature. We're like, oh, what a behemoth. It's so big. In the book it says, 2 hairy guys dropped off a wood-grained behemoth. And she was explaining or describing something here. What was it? The organ. Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. The military car is a behemoth that can hold up to 15 people. Meaning, it's just a super big car. You can see as, this could also be like a synonym for something that's very huge. But remember, it is a noun. Let's go here. It says, the castle was guarded by a behemoth of a dragon. Meaning this dragon was very big. Next, there were behemoths of trees in the forest with branches reaching the sky. The sentence here, with all its visuals, we can imagine that the trees were so big because they're behemoths, and the branches can reach the sky. Perfect. Number 12, spontaneity. Everyone say spontaneity. The synonym is improvisation. And the part of speech is a noun. The definition says the quality of being natural rather than planned in advance, meaning it's spontaneous. Spontaneous is an adjective, but the noun form is spontaneity. Meaning we just do things out of nowhere. Say that school ended, you just ask your friend without being it planned. Hey, you want to come over to my house and play? Okay, let's go. That's an act of spontaneity. It was not planned and we just did it. In the book it says, he would discourage me from practicing too much and spoiling the spontaneity of my play. So don't try the spontaneity, just not being planned. Next, let's read together. Woo-hoo. It says, my boyfriend's spontaneity of buying me flowers on a normal day surprised me. So they're like, oh, flowers is such a surprise. An act of spontaneity because it was not planned. Oh, I'm so touched. Thank you. And you get the flowers. Let's go here. It says, she admired her friend's spontaneity and willingness to try new things without overthinking. So she loved that her friend's able to just be like, oh, I want to go to Japan. You want to go to Japan? All right, let's go to Japan. Without overthinking anything, we're just acting on spontaneity. Next, it says, some people have difficulty in finding the joy in spontaneity because they like structure and organization. That's me. If a friend were to say, hey, you want to go get some dinner tonight? It's hard for me to say yes because I like it all organized and planned. So it's very hard to do that for me. Do you like to do things out of spontaneity or do you like things that are planned? 13. The word is unsanitary. Everyone say unsanitary. Un meaning not, sanitary meaning clean. So not clean is what this means. So let's look at the synonym. It means dirty, of course. And the antonym would be clean. And as an adjective, it means unclean enough to endanger health. So unsanitary means it's super not clean and is not good for you. In the book it said, which they would never do because that would be unsanitary. I wish I had the book in front of me so I could read the beginning of the sentence, but something was very, very not clean for them to do. Example, let's read together. Not washing your hands after you use the bathroom is unsanitary. So everyone, please, 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 you should wash your hands with soap after you use the bathroom to be clean. Also, you should wash your hands after you sneeze or cough or anything in your hands. Next one, it says the restaurant was shut down due to unsanitary conditions in the kitchen. Yikes. Meaning the kitchen was so dirty that they had to close it down. Next one, I decided to wait to go to the bathroom at home because the airport bathroom was too unsanitary. So you went to the bathroom and you're like, oh, why is it so dirty in here? Oh, never mind. I'm just going to wait until I get home. Unsanitary. Number 14, our word is budget. Everyone say budget. It is a noun, and the definition says a spending plan based on income and expenses. So it's a plan of how you're going to use your money. In the book, it says, not in the budget. We're still crawling out of the financial hole created by this marching band of yours. So whatever they're trying to buy, it's not in the plan with our money spending. We still need to take care of what you bought before. Example, it says, because of our tight budget, we can't buy any extra snacks we don't need. Meaning, we don't have enough money. We only have $5 for snacks, so we can't spend $6. We can't spend $10. We can only spend $5 on snacks. Here, it says the family stuck to their budget by cooking at home instead of eating out. So maybe they said, we're going to spend $100 for eating out at restaurants, but they already used all of it. So instead of spending more, they stuck to their budget and decided to cook at home instead and not spend money. Next, she decided to create a budget because she wanted to save up for the M.I. hoodie. So she has all of her money and then she's like, oh, I really don't want to buy this at market day. Oh, but no, I need to save $10 more so I can buy the hoodie. So you're sticking to your budget. Number 15. Everyone, please repeat after me and say mistress. Mistress. These words are now from your textbook. It is a noun and it means a woman in a position of authority or control, meaning she has ruling over something. In the textbook it says, good day, Mistress Crow, he cried. It's just giving someone a bit of a more of a formal name. Example, it says, read with me. The mistress of the orphanage is kind and she takes good care of the children. So the woman who is in charge of the orphanage, she's very nice. Here it says, the mistress of our dormitory told us it was time to go to sleep. So a dormitory is a place where you sleep. And the woman who is in charge goes around and says, "Lights out, time to go to sleep, everyone. It's 10 o'clock, go to sleep." Next one. It says, as the mistress of the ceremony, she greeted guests with a warm smile. So here, basically the woman who is in charge of the ceremony and of the event, she welcomed guests and said, "Hello, welcome," and smiled at them. Next word, 16. The word is glossy. Everyone say glossy. It is an adjective and it means shiny and smooth. The synonym is gleaming, so super shiny and sleek and glossy. In the textbook it says, "How well you are looking today. How glossy your feathers. How bright your eye." Here the animal is trying to compliment the crow and say, "How nice and shiny your feathers are. So smooth, so nice looking." Example, let's read together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. "My new car looked glossy until I drove it through a mud puddle." Why would you drive a new car through a mud puddle? Of course it's going to get dirty then. Glossy. So it was really, really clean before, but now it's not. Let's look here. It says, "My bathroom mirror was glossy after my mom cleaned it." So after she wiped it and everything, it was all spick and span and clean and shiny. Next one. "The newly polished floors looked glossy, but also slippery." So say someone that mopped the floor and looks super clean, but it also looks a bit slippery, so you have to be very careful. Number 17. The word is surpass. Surpass. The synonym is beat, and the part of speech is beat. Or the part of speech is verb, sorry. On the definition, it means to be greater than something. And in the book it says, "I feel sure your voice must surpass that of other birds, just as your figure does." Meaning, your singing voice must be so much better than others. Example, let's read together. "I was about to win, but the other runner surpassed me and finished first." Meaning their strength was they had a little bit more strength at the end, so they surpassed us and went faster than us. Excuse me, let's look here. It says, "The student's test scores and participation surpassed his classmates, so he received the Student of the Month award." You should try to get it too. Oh, you've already gotten it? Good job. Try again. Next one. "Samsung's latest smartphone surpassed all expectations with improved features and performance." That's kind of true with the latest phone right now. With Samsung, they have AI on their phone. So this new phone surpassed all of everyone's expectations of what they thought the phone was going to be. So it's so much better. Number 18, the word is caw. Everyone say caw. Caw. It's a verb and it means to cry with a loud and rough sound. Usually the sound of a bird cawing. Ah, caw, caw. In the book it said, "The crow lifted her head and began to caw her best." So she made a big loud noise, caw, and then something happened. Example. Read together, ready? "Crows will usually caw when they see any kind of danger." Yes, very good. I don't think there's much to explain here. The bottom two sentences also are talking about a bird cawing, so let's read it together. It said, "The sound of the birds cawing distracted me from focusing on my homework." So I heard them cawing. It's like, it's so much noise. Next one. So some scary movies add in the sound of birds cawing during a night scene. So maybe it's a dark and scary night and they add a sound, caw, caw, to make it sound and be a bit more frightening. Next page, 112, number 19. The word is trendy. Everyone say trendy. The synonym is popular and sorry, let me start that again. The synonym is popular and the antonym is outdated. The participiation is an adjective and it means stylish or liked by a majority, meaning it's like the newest trend, newest thing that everyone's doing and everyone really likes it. Trendy, cool, hip. Example, let's read together. It's hard to keep up with all the trendy styles because they keep changing. When you get older, you'll see, oh, this was super trendy one year. Say that polka dots were really trendy. And then the next year, stripes are really trendy. And then next, it'll be like no pattern is trendy. They always change. Whatever's new and cool at the moment. Here, it says, the trendy cafe attracted people from all over the country. So say that's a super, super cool trendy cafe. And people from Busan went. People from Seoul went. People from Sokcho went, people from Jeju went. Everybody went over there because it was liked by a majority of people. Next, it says, she always dressed in trendy clothes, keeping up with the latest fashion trends. So as I was talking about earlier with the polka dots and stripes, she always dresses in like the coolest and trendy clothes. Number 20, our last word already. The word is peer. Everyone say peer. There is no synonym here, but the antonym is superior. A person who is a bit above. It is a noun and it means a person who belongs to the same age group or social group as someone else. So, someone who is more of an equal. An example, it says, if it's hard to ask your teacher for help, try asking your peers. So this could be whoever's next to you, your classmates. Let's look here. All of my peers clapped for me after I finished presenting my speech. So very good. All of her friends in the class, they all started to clap. Next one, it says her peers sat quietly, respecting her turn to talk. As you should do in class, when people raise their hand, it's their turn to talk. And the peers, everyone else who belongs in the same group, respected the person's turn to talk. And that means they didn't talk then. We're all done already. Wow. Good job for reviewing words 1 through 20 with me for week 13. And you had your special hidden mission. I'll say it again so you don't forget to do it. Now it's time for you to review and self-study. And this is for contextual mastery. Review all the words again, read it out loud with your voice, and complete your vocabulary homework pages on 113 and 114. And don't forget to write the 2 sentences in the white big box. And then you'll be all ready for your vocabulary test for week 13 words. So happy you joined again, and I will definitely see you in our next video where we go over the new novel and the difficult phrases from that. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!